You want to get big, but what do you eat before bed to actually get bigger? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain it. So before we even get started with this, the most important thing to know is that you're not going to gain any size or get any bigger if you're not in a calorie surplus. We have to get that out of the way. In order to grow, you need to be eating more calories than your body is burning. So once you have that box checked, then we can talk about, what to eat before bed. In addition to that, we also have to talk about protein intake. Your protein intake should be enough to fuel muscle growth. If it's not, then we can't have this conversation about what to eat before bed. And the other thing is, you need to make sure that you're on a good training program. If you're not in a good training program that's stimulating muscle and also allowing you to recover, then there's no point in talking about what you should eat before bed to get bigger. So once you have those three boxes ticked off, you're eating more calories, more than your body's burning, you're eating enough protein, and you're having a good workout program that's stimulating muscle and also allowing you to recover. Now we can finally talk about what to eat before you go to bed in order to get bigger. Now, when it comes to the workout portion of it, if you're confused about any of that, I have a free gift for you. If you scroll down and click the link below, you'll find a free 6-week training program that I'm going to give you free, no strings attached. I just want to help you to add more size. So if you're confused on the workout front, just start there. All right, so let's talk about before bed. What do you eat before bed to gain mass? Well, why is it important to eat anything before bed? Well, the reason why it's so important to eat anything before bed is because we talked about this in previous videos, but you need to be able to stimulate muscle protein synthesis every 3 to 5 hours while you're awake. So when you go to sleep, you're obviously not stimulating muscle protein synthesis. Again, making sure that your total protein intake is met by spacing out your protein every 3 to 5 hours, you're maximizing how many times a day your body's growing, essentially. So when we sleep, we're missing windows of opportunity for growth. And rightfully so, you need to sleep to recover, so there's nothing you can really do about that. I don't recommend setting an alarm in the middle of the night and waking up to eat. I don't think that's optimal. I've done that. Didn't really make much of a difference. But when it comes to before bed, we can control that. So we want to give our bodies enough fuel to have while we go through a fast at night. So the most important thing is you have to time this. 30 minutes before bed is probably ideal. If it's a little longer, it's okay. But you want to have something in your system that will allow you to recover before you go to sleep, okay? And it will help to fuel that process while you sleep. So a lot of people talk about slower digesting forms of protein before bed. Casein protein, cottage cheese, things like that. It's not the slow form of protein to give you that drip throughout the night that we're looking for. The way you can do this properly is by combining protein meals with fat meals. Whenever you add fat to a meal, you slow the digestion of that meal. So that's a good thing. That's what we want essentially before we go to bed. We want to have that slow drip of nutrients to our bodies. So a casein protein, in theory, that's what it's supposed to do. It's not really going to do that as powerful as when we combine fat with a protein source. So before bed, your meal 30 minutes before bed should be something higher in fat and higher in protein. Again, just to give you that drip of nutrients you need throughout the night. So let's give you some meal examples and some good things that you can have before bed. Eggs. Whole eggs are a great meal to have before you go to bed because, again, it's just high fat meal, has protein in it, and again, it'll help you to recover and give you those nutrients you need while you sleep. Yogurt. Full fat yogurt with peanut butter is also a good quick meal to have. A shake with peanut butter, but the only thing with the shake is if you have too much liquid before you go to bed, 30 minutes, you're going to have to get up to pee in the middle of the night. So what I would recommend is take the shake, take the powder, and make it like pudding. So if you mix like the pudding with peanut butter, it makes like a sludge consistency. That's really good before bed because it's not a lot of liquid. Steak, obviously steak by itself, certain cuts of steak are pretty fatty. So a good steak before bed, chicken and olive oil. Again, these are just examples, but the whole point is you need to have a meal that contains adequate amount of protein with a good amount of fat to slow the digestion and the drip of that protein throughout the night, fueling your body and helping you to get bigger by the morning. All right. But remember, none of this is going to work if you don't have those first 3 boxes ticked off. You need to be in a calorie surplus, eating more calories than your body's burning. you need to be eating adequate amounts of protein, and you also need a good training program. If you need a good training program, you can pick up my free 6-week training program below. Absolutely free, no strings attached. Just want to help you. This was Anthony, AB Fitness. I'll catch you on the next one.